Let me guess. You re-downloaded Tinder, Hinge, and Bumble. You thought, I don't know, new year, new me. So you got new photos, a new wardrobe, and still no matches. How about we had some flair with that drip, with the pearl necklace? Let's see if it's gonna boost our chances. Let's find out. So right off the bat, I would say like once you purchase this, I got this off of Amazon. Pretty simple, just a regular bag. Nothing really stands out from the packaging, but once you take it out, obviously you'll see your pearl necklace. And as you can see, you know, the way that light really like shines off of each pearl, it really looks good. So just off of first impressions, packaging, give it, you know, I'd say like a 6 out of 10. Nothing too crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. Pretty simple and plain. Now I do want to go over the design and the aesthetic of these pearl necklaces. As you can see, you know, these beads aren't really just strung together. I don't know if you can see that closely. You know, the spacing, it's perfect. It gives it like I would say like a natural flow. And obviously, you know, the color, it's a classic creamy white, which makes it very versatile. You know, you can wear this with a suit, a hoodie, and you can actually even layer it with other chains. So I would say that definitely adds, you know, a subtle like elegance without feeling over the top. I wanted to give you guys, you know, a close-up of the clasp right there and, you know, the craftsmanship of how they designed this. As you can see right there, let it focus. I would say, you know, quality obviously with anything is really important. It's, you know, it's key. I would say the clasp, it's, you know, it's sturdy, well made, nothing, you know, too flimsy here. I would say, you know, the strings, you know, they feel solid, which is important because obviously you want something that's gonna last. I would say the pearls themselves are smooth with like, you know, a nice sheen, and they don't feel, you know, fake or cheap. I would say overall, this is a piece, you know, that feels premium, even if it's, you know, your first pearl necklace. So styling, I would say it's super easy. Worn alone, you know, it gives a classic, like a minimalistic vibe. Now, if you layer it with a gold chain, then suddenly, you know, it adds like that streetwear kind of look. As you may not notice, pearls are surprisingly versatile. You know, they can upgrade your look instantly, and they're obviously not limited to formal occasions. So honestly, I would say this is one of these accessories that quietly says a lot about your style. Final thoughts, you know, I would say this pearl necklace, it's very elegant, you know, very versatile and well crafted. I would say it's, you know, it's one of those accessories that elevate your look. You know, whether if you're going for sophistication, street style, or even just, you know, just honestly, just a casual vibe, I would say this checks all boxes. Now, let me know if you guys plan on purchasing this piece. If you guys do purchasing through Amazon, send it through the comments. Let me know how it guys feels, how it looks, and honestly, if it helps you, you know, your dating game.